My grandma got that fatty. I'm trying to smash. I pull up in the Bugatti. Yeah. With a bald bitch like Andrew Tate. She's playing with my worm like a shake weight. Yeah. If the age of consent was lowered, that would be great. Clean. Shut up. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, baby girl. It's been a good day today. Damn, this shit's lagging. It's fine. Whatever. Deal with it. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's going to be genuine. I'm going to keep on going. I'm not going to re-record this. I already had to try to re-record the beginning because I kept on laughing, saying my grandma got a fatty because I'm a fucking idiot. And it was supposed to be a freestyle, and at first it was, but now it was all recited because I thought it was funny and I wanted to do it again. The first time I came up with it, but okay. I almost am at 100K on my main channel. It feels good. And I was supposed to do a stream to celebrate it, but I signed up to do it, and then you have to wait 24 hours before you can go live for some reason. So, but then I can't do it tomorrow because I'm doing something else tomorrow, going outside with people like some sort of weenie. So, yeah. It's a bummer, but what I've been thinking about recently, what I was going to talk about, public school is so ass. It's coming back into my memory now because this is about the time where people are going back to school. I'm sure plenty of you are still in high school, and I would be going to college right now, but I'm not. I guess I'm taking a gap year or just, going to play with my worm or do something else. Yeah, it's terrible. It's really bad. Let me elaborate and stop just saying the same thing over again like a wee little retard. Oh, I have a soundboard. Look at this. Hold up.
That ass low key don't got no cap.
That's a good one.
My nigga, you cannot do that. That's not okay.
All right, I got to remember where all those are so I can use them. But that was for the stream. I set that up before I didn't realize I couldn't stream. Anyways, public school. I went to public school for most of my life. Most of my life was spent inside a goddamn classroom, just sitting there, learning about shit that has absolutely no application. You've probably heard all these criticisms about public school before. You don't use any of the shit. And yeah, a lot of people say that, but when you actually think about it, it's just so true. Everybody needs to hear it 1,000,000 times. Like in the classroom, you learn like the applications of math. When you're doing all this shit, like all these things can just be done by computers now. All of these things that school are doing, it becomes completely obsolete in light of technology, in light of rapid technological advancement, and all these things that you could learn in college. A lot of it you could learn just on the internet now. Like you used to have to get an education to learn how to edit videos, for example, or produce music or do shit like that. But now you can learn all of that at home without paying tens of thousands of dollars in tuition. But college is a different subject. Just public school. The public school that most kids go to by default. That's what I'm tripping about. If you look at like young, successful people who are teenagers but still manage to get a lot of money, get good at their craft, etc. I can't think of any examples. I'm pretty sure Billie Eilish. People hate on Billie Eilish, but she's a talented musician. When she was like 16, she released a good album. Not many 16-year-old musicians can release a good album, right? And she was homeschooled. A lot of these kids that are young and talented are homeschooled because they don't have to go to a place where all their energy is drained and they learn about fucking nothing and waste all their time for 8 hours a day. Wait, it's from 7:30 or 8 until 3:45 or 2:45. So yeah, that's a long ass time, dude. Doing nothing. Doing jack shit that's actually helpful. And you could say it's helpful in like a vague way. Like math might not be directly practical, but it helps you with your problem-solving skills in general. And you know, it's not like it hurts your brain doing all this shit, but it's like it's so not optimized or helpful for the vast for you know, not even the mass majority. It's not helpful for anybody, dude. Like just learning all this shit that does not matter. There's this thing where kids naturally like learning. Like you're predisposed to enjoy learning, but school takes that away from kids. I did a whole research project on this back when I was in school, because all I could think about in school was how much I hated school, so I did a fucking project about it. But yeah, there's actually science to back this. I'm not going to cite it now because I'm not a weenie, but kids naturally like learning, but how public school does it strips that natural proclivity away, because you're just trained to cram shit and then take a test and do good on the test and then forget about it. Like even kids who did good at school, like if you talk to a straight A student in high school, like 10 years later, they can't recite any of this stuff, because the way the human mind works, if you don't have a photographic memory, which is, I mean, it's kind of healthy to not have that. The way the healthy human mind works is if you don't repeatedly use information, you're going to forget about it. Your mind's going to forget about it because it's not helpful to you, right? If you're taught something that is not at all useful, then your memory doesn't have to bring it back up again, so it's just going to get filtered out and replaced with more useful information. Your brain has limited space for all this shit. And you're filling it. Damn, it's glitching. No, I'm not. It's not going to distract me. You're filling it with absolute dog water. Literally nothing of value. Huh? Nah, it's still recording. Cool. Yeah, there's that. I'm not going to say it's like training everybody to be slaves or whatever, maybe, but it's just fucking pointless. What it does is it drains you. It drains you. Like it takes all that time, but then there's homework at home, but then by the time you get home, you don't have the energy to do anything else. That's the real thing. Like by the time I got home, there was no work ethic left in my body. You know? Like you go to school, you do all this shit, and naturally you just want to chill. Like nobody who's working a 9-to-5 job, for example, is going to come home and fucking start grinding, doing all this other shit. You're drained, that's what you do. You come home, you don't want to do shit else. Like you go to school, if you have to go to school 7-8 hours per day every weekday, and then you have homework, and then you want to maintain a social life and also get 8 hours of sleep, what the fuck else is there for you to do as a kid? And I'm saying, like, that's fine if you're spending those 8 hours actually doing something that you won't forget. And it's even, like, in America, it's worse than most other countries. If you look at what they do in, like, I think it's Finland or Taiwan, they go up to the 9th grade and then it stops. Because what the fuck, you don't need to learn any, like, high school English, high school math. Get rid of all of it. It's all fucking pointless. But the true travesty is how it just drains all of your vitality, especially as a man. You're just taught to sit there and fucking do the work. And I used to think it was sort of cope, this idea that grades aren't a measure of your intelligence, but your obedience. But it's just the truth, you know? I know plenty of kids, including myself. to a certain degree. They do well on all the standardized tests. They'd probably do well on an IQ test, but they don't get good grades because it's just like they don't fucking care. Or they have some learning disability, which isn't a disability that you should take fucking mind-altering inhibitors for. It's just a different way of thinking that they don't want you to have. I mean, if you think about it, it's just a different way of thinking. You tell a boy to sit down for fucking 8 hours and learn about shit he's not naturally interested in. And honestly, here's how I've always felt, right? It's not that I'm entirely uninterested in all these things, but I think that learning is not interesting, or true learning isn't even possible if you're not discovering, right? So if I'm just reading some shit in a textbook that somebody else already did or already discovered, I'm not really interested. Like, if I was one of the first guys to look up all the stars and fucking do all that astronomy shit, come up with these equations, I'd be really into it. But since I'm just learning some shit some other guy did, it's like, I feel it's some people are natural, they're creative, they're innovators. I think there's a correlation with ADHD in that. And it's also, I'm pretty sure way more boys are diagnosed with ADHD because they're the ones who are acting up in school. You should fact check that. I need to fact check that. But I would almost be certain that boys get diagnosed with ADHD way more than women because they have this different attitude that they don't want to be sitting down in a class all day obeying orders. So, yeah, that's another thing. And in school, I also, school fucked me up in many ways. Like, I think I became very, very quiet because you're reprimanded when you talk. And I get the teacher doesn't want you to talk while they're talking, but damn, I can't really articulate this, but I had a lot of trouble in school. I remember in elementary school there were referrals, and I got more referrals than anybody else. They didn't like my ass for some reason. These teachers fucking hated me in elementary school. I don't know what I was doing. There was this one kid that kept on like making me laugh while they were talking about shit, and I was just laughing, and it really I guess it's not their fault. Anyways, damn, shit keeps on slipping my mind because that's just what happens when you talk off the top of the dome, keeping it G real, you know what I'm saying? Which one is the moan?
That ass low key.
I think that's the moan. Fuck, I need to put it on again. I'll just keep these on so I could drop bomb sound effects while I'm fucking talking. I like 15-year-old girls.
My nigga, you cannot do that. That's not okay.
The other day sorry, it's fucking stupid. School. Now the thing about school is they just teaching you all this bullshit. No, I got it. I got it back again. Dude, at school, if a kid, like, fucks with you and you try to defend yourself, then you get in trouble. Dude, do you know how many times that happened to me in school? Like, I try to defend myself because some kid was being a dick, and now I'm the bad guy. I get in trouble for that? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Oh, and there's also this other thing. I don't know if I should talk about it. Fuck it. I will. In like 7th grade, I think it was, me and my friends, we were all in this edgy phase. We would just say a bunch of edgy shit. And some bitch-ass kid who couldn't confront us and talk to us went and told the counselor about what we were saying, just like Holocaust jokes, racist jokes, just, you know, like a lot of kids go through this edgy phase when they're in middle school, just trying to push the boundaries, exploring our dark side, right? And this bitch-ass kid, to this day, don't know who it was, went and told the counselor, made us apologize in front of the whole school, but also some shit got in my record that I didn't even say. Some crazy shit about I'm not going to say what it was, but some crazy shit was about to get put on my record. Thankfully, it didn't. But it was just wild. Like, I got canceled in middle school. Before there was really cancel culture, I almost got fucking canceled from just, like, making jokes on the schoolyard. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah. I'm a fucking moron. I just said some shit everybody's, like, already said. Oh, school's bad. Shut the fuck